Hello and welcome back to the channel. This week's video is going to be about a beta test of a game that I was asked to be in, and that is called Claritas. So Claritas is a game that actually the dev had emailed me personally and asked, after seeing some stuff on my channel, hey, I think that this would be a game that you'd be interested in. Would you like access to the beta of it? And I was like, of course, yes, you have reached out to me. Of course, I'm going to take your offer very, very graciously. So I, of course, knew nothing going into it because I had never heard of the game. It is only in a beta test right now, and so I'm not even sure how much promotion they have done. They do have a trailer, and I watched through the trailer, and it seems like this game is going to be a lot bigger than what it is right now. So this game seems perfect for anyone who misses the old school kind of games of the dungeon crawling genre. So this brings back the small little chibi guys in like the pixel art, and you go through and it is just straight the game. There is no like, this is gonna sound like I'm knocking the graphics, but I'm not. But there's no like beautiful HD 2D graphics. There's no like, oh my god, beautiful animation. It is the game. It is the gameplay that is the focus of this game. And you can tell, even just from the beta right now, that a lot of work and passion has gone into this game. So it has that classic feel of how it looks. And as someone who has not played a whole lot of classics, but I have seen them, it is very nice to have easy access to more of those games. I need to get into the games that we do have access to still, but yes, it is very nice to be able to see that the passion for those types of the old school games, that is just, it's focusing on the combat, on the like exploring of the dungeons. It's nice to see that that is still there, because I feel like a lot of times in modern games, especially in the AAA games, we are focusing too much on how nice the graphics look, how smooth is the animation. And this game, it doesn't mess with that. No, it focuses on the gameplay because it knows what the core, it's searching for that target audience of the people who just want to focus on exploring the dungeon, fighting the monsters, finding the chests, and defeating the boss. So like most games, you get to create a party of 4. And the cool thing about this is you will be, okay, we're gonna get a bit jumbled up, but you can select from a very, very long list of different classes. How am I going to explain this? So at the moment in the beta, there is 10 unique dungeons that you can explore right now. Now, each dungeon is going to have its own theme, maybe desert, iceland, grassland, stuff like that. And the unique environment that it is affects the monsters and the bosses that you will encounter in there. Now, that's good to know if you know ahead of time what you're going in for. So if you're, say, going into the grasslands, you can have more fire people on your team because you can select the type of class that your party is. So you have, of course, 4 people in your party, very standard. And you can pick from 20 classes at the moment. Right now, just in the beta, there's already 20 different classes, and they all have these like backstories and like descriptions for their abilities, and you can select whichever 4 is going to make your battle go as smooth as possible. So that is really nice because that adds a lovely like feature of customizability in it, and it makes it feel like you can go ahead and mix and match. It doesn't feel like, say, this is a bad example, but Pokemon, to where you have your team of 6 and a lot of times you're gonna get sentimentally attached to them, or maybe these are the ones that are leveled high enough. Now, yes, there is leveling in this game, but I don't think it's, like, yes, it's going to matter, but I don't think it's going to be as detrimental if you are a bit underleveled, if you have that type advantage going into the fight. Now, you can use stuff that you find in the chest. There's going to be items that help. I'm sure it's basically the stuff covered in normal games. Restore mana, restore health, do damage to things. And there's also the element of learning the dungeon that you're in. So you will probably have to do the dungeon a handful of times, not necessarily just to go ahead and beat it. You're gonna have to like fully beat the boss a few times. And that can also help you learn the strengths and weaknesses of those enemies, because there's going to be, of course there is. And there's also drops. So the boss drops, obviously a unique item. And if you have enough of said unique item, you can craft a stronger weapon. And that is going to be the main, I think, gameplay loop. Go into a dungeon, defeat the boss, upgrade your weapon, maybe upgrade some characters, and then move on to the next one. Because all 10 of the dungeons I don't believe are unlocked. I believe they unlock one at a time. You go and defeat the first one, which I believe is desert. Then I unlocked the grass one. So on and so forth. So there will definitely be a lot of time spent in the same dungeon, but I feel like if you are someone who might get bored easily, you can just switch up your characters or do something like that. And don't worry, because you will have plenty of consumables or items to use, because there is a whopping, I wrote it down, over 110 consumable items right now. And there's a lot of chests in this game. So don't worry, you're probably not gonna run out. So each run is going to get you something, whether it's you might fail the boss, but you're still going to get XP for all of the people that you fought going in to find the boss. Now the real question is, are you someone who goes around and clears the entire dungeon, or do you just try and go straight for the boss? Now I do want to throw in the question of the week early, and it is in dungeon crawling games to where you have to clear like a set dungeon. Do you go around and clear everything first and come back to the boss at the end? Or do you try and just raw dog it straight to the boss and just take him on immediately? That is my question of the week. My answer is I try and clear everything first because I want to get every piece of loot that I can. So I feel like that is really all I can say about the gameplay. But yet again, I will say this is still just the beta. Now, on the official webpage, there is a bunch of stuff that they're very transparent with where they're at in the game. They have a laundry list of stuff that they're wanting to add, and they have a list that they keep updating for stuff that has been updated or changed in the game already. So right now they already have the basic stuff, like you can level your character, you can upgrade your weapons, and they already have more stuff in the works. So the game already has these adorable characters of 20 classes, with 100 abilities scattered between all 20 classes. Now, I might have forgotten to mention this, but there's a bunch of different abilities that you can get. Now, from the top, you can heal, you can sleep, you can rest. So that can heal either your health or your mana. And then you have different types of attacks. And also there are attacks that you will be able to use and then you have to rest. They have like a cooldown period. So there's over 100 of those already. But they will bring even more classes and more dungeons and more consumable items and more weapons and more just everything into the game whenever it fully releases. I don't know if they have an exact release date. I know that it seems to have an expected release date of the year 2025, but I believe that is all. If I figure out an update, I will comment it down below and pin it for anyone who wants to know. And they also mentioned something that I am very interested in, a quest system. I love doing all the quests except the main quest to progress the story. So if there's quests to be done, I would like to know. But even just through this beta test, I think that this game has such potential. It seems like such a love project, a passion project for this creator, and I believe it is just one person making this. I could be wrong, but I believe it's just one. And so that is completely incredible based on everything that I have played, everything, because I even like watched some other people play just to like make sure that I was getting everything right. And that is how I found out that you could swap your characters and put in different classes in. Because if you don't do that, when you go into the dungeon, it's just a random like select of characters for each run. So yeah, you can customize them for whatever you like. So I learned that through someone else's walkthrough. But yeah, this seems like such a fun game. I really wanted to play this with my boyfriend because he's very much the JRPG type guy, so I thought maybe he would like this dungeon crawler type game. He ended up not playing with me because grad school was keeping him too busy. But yeah, it was very, very fun. And this is it's already up on Steam. There is a Steam page. If you like any of the content, like any of the gameplay that I have overlaid in this, go wishlist this. Like any indie game that I talk about on this channel, if you like it, go wishlist it. Even if you don't plan on buying it right away, wishlist it, because that is very motivational to the devs. It helps bring the games forward to other people. And plus, if it's maybe just a bit out of your price range, or maybe not right now, if it's on your wish list and it goes on sale, you will get notified. Win-win. You don't have to buy it, but at least if it's on your wish list, you won't forget about it when you do want to buy it. Okay, I think that is it for this video. Now, the last two have been for like betas and demos. The next one is going to be for a full game. I think probably the next review is going to be for the game Broken Lens. That is my plan right now. If anyone wanted to know. But yes, this is it for today's review. Thank you everyone who stuck around and watched. If you like my video, give me a big thumbs up. And if you are now interested in the game, leave me a comment below just to let me know, because I would like to know if I have persuaded you to at least wishlist something. It makes me feel good. But yeah, thumbs up. If you thumbs up any of my videos, it apparently helps keep my videos on your homepage. And if you want to go the extra mile, give me a subscribe so you don't lose me to the sea of YouTube content. But yes, thank you. I hope to see you in a future video, and I very much hope you have a great rest of your day. Bye!